On the afternoon of May 16, I decided to go out for errands again, and the first stop was to gas up. This is Shell gasoline station, and I have a loyalty card for it, which gives me points every time I gas up. And this is how much unleaded gasoline costs now. It is 66 something Philippine pesos. And then I quickly dropped by the nearby ATM to get funds for the errands. This was BPI, and the machine gave me these new 1,000 peso paper currencies. These are the new polymer ones that we were told that we could not fold. And then later on, we were told that we could fold them. It's confusing, so I just will not fold them. It's a good thing that my disc bound wallet can hold bills without having to fold them. Remember that day when I last went to get a wooden light stand made at a woodcraft outfit? Well, I wasn't able to go back for it when I should have, and then I got very, very busy, and then I was also unwell for a while, so I forgot all about the wooden light stand. But today, on the afternoon of May 16, I finally remembered, and then I went back. It's a really hot day, and I was glad to be able to sit right by this fan. Although I must say that I am afraid of those steps because there's nothing to hold on to, and I'm always afraid of falling. And here is the finished light stand that I ordered. In the previous vlog that I have, I showed a sketch of the shape and the dimensions, but here it is finally in person, and it is nicely made, and they charged me only 500 pesos for this. Next, I had to go to Havana, which is my usual car mechanic, because I have not been able to open my trunk for quite a while, and it was annoying to have to put my new wooden light stand in the back seat when it should have gone into the trunk. So I decided I will not have any more of that inaccessible trunk. And besides, if I cannot open the trunk, how will I have access to the reserved tire? That is just something that I never really thought of before, but I should have. It was a good thing that I never got a flat tire the whole time that I could not open my trunk. Anyway, this is Havana. I showed this in a previous vlog, which I will link down below. The owner is a friend, and I called him and he said, yeah, we can fix that for you. Just get over to the shop and look for SPO 10. This is SPO 10. It took him over 40 minutes to fix the trunk lock, and he said he did not need to replace any parts. It, it's just that it all got disaligned, and that's why it would not open. But it's all good now. The only thing that I did not like was the other mechanic, one other mechanic, not SPO10, that other mechanic dismantled my keychain without telling me or asking for my permission. So all of the pieces were strewn all over the front seat of my car, and I had to look for some of them wedged in between the backrest and the seat itself. I told him he should not have done that, and then I also told the owner keychain configuration is a personal matter, and there are usually tiny things attached to it that other people might not notice. Mechanics can hold keychains of their customers, but they should not mess with the keychains themselves. Next, I had to get new lights for my new wooden light stand, so I drove to where I got my current set of lights for my current light stand. I showed how I made that light stand myself, and I will link it down below. I even showed myself coming here and picking out the lights and testing them, and here I am back again in the same store. This is Wilcon Depot. And here are my current lights, all three of them, which were just clipped to the current light stand. And I just took them out, wires and all, because I just needed two new short ones, and I wanted the new ones to work with my current wires and one of the current lights. The guard at the door placed these stickers on my lights to mark them as a sample so that the cashier won't charge me for them when I leave. There's a lot of tiles here on the right and on the left. And here are the same brand of lights as the ones that I already have. And I just picked the length that would fit on the legs of my new light stand. I had the new lights tested using my current wiring and connected to my old lights, and everything worked just fine. Notice that the longest light is old and it already has a part of it that doesn't light up anymore. The two new lights cost me a total of 679.50. If I add that to the cost of the light stand, which was 500, it means I got a new light stand that fits my current needs better at the cost of less than 1,200 pesos. That is not bad. And the last thing that I needed was double-sided mounting tape. Now the new lights do come with clips that I can use, which I have also used from my old light stand, but I didn't want to have to screw anything in, and I also did not want to buy the super expensive branded mounting tapes at the hardware store. So I went to Hong Enterprises because they have here the off-brand ones that are cheap but super sticky. These are the red ones right here that come in two different widths. I took two rolls of the wider ones and they cost me only a total of 74 pesos. The branded ones would have cost me about 400 to 500 pesos. Almost as much as the light stand. That is too much just for mounting tape. At this point, I was already feeling a little tired because it was hot and I was thirsty. So, my favorite person met with me right outside of Hong to keep me company for a while and make sure I'll be all right. And I got this lemon and mint cold drink just right outside Hong. It was very good and it was very refreshing. And then I was actually also hungry. So my favorite person also took me for kinalas nearby. Kinalas is a noodle dish that our city is famous for. It has a brown sauce mixed into the broth and bits of vegetable and some super soft beef that had fallen off of the bone of the cow during cooking. After that, I felt better. I could drive myself home already. And now that I'm home, let me show you my old light stand. Here is the short rig that I have made months ago, also by Delovino. I showed it in a video which I will link down below. I also had a longer one made later on for videos that need to be even closer to the subject. This old light stand is too long. One leg is already on top of a different surface, and the other leg is on the actual surface where I need the lights to be on. I made this old light stand for my old table, which was wider. That's why it's too wide for this setup now. But with the new light stand, it fits just right. The measurements of the light stand are made according to the measurements of this exact table. And I also made the whole stand lower because my iPhone 11 needs to be closer to the subject. Video quality is better that way. Previously, I was on the iPhone 7, which had a different camera. And I can just place my phone on top like this, and then I can film whatever project I am doing on the table. I used one of the shorter lights from the old set and put that at the top. The two new shorter ones I mounted on the sides, as you can see. And if I place my phone on top without the rig, it captures just the right amount of table area for me to show any process of a crafting project. The lighting is just a little too harsh right now, but I'll find a way to fix that. And if I need a closer shot, I can use my short rig to bring the phone closer to the subject, like when I am doing handwriting samples with fountain pens and pen tests with papers. Okay, I can say that this was a reasonably productive afternoon.